Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I'm sharing with you 5 brand new Assetto Corsa car and track mods that you need to check out. We have some super cool stuff on today's list, from some classic-ish cars to some early 2000s stuff, as well as some historic and fictional circuits. Before we get into it, though, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my second channel, JC Racing. If you want to see some broader sim racing content besides just Assetto Corsa mods, that will be your one-stop shop for it. You can find it down in the top link in the description below. And without further ado, let's get right on to the first mod on today's list, and that is the 2007 Subaru Impreza WRX. This is made by Aphid God over on Race Department, and this is his actually own personal Subaru WRX that he has built up in real life. It's got 467 brake horsepower, 693 Newton meters of torque. It weighs 1,383 kilograms, does 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. So if you're looking for a cruising street car for Shotoko, or you want to do some more rally stuff or something like that, then this is going to be a fantastic car to check out. Let's just hope in real life he's got a couple extra head gasket rings lying around. You can find this one down in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we have yet another addition to Shin's 1998 F1 circuits. This is Spa. This is a very interesting layout. It's not too different from the one we have today in terms of its layout, besides the addition of the bus stop chicane that's been added later on. It's got a very interesting, very high-speed chicane going on to the main straight, and T1 is also a lot narrower, and there's a lot less runoff as well. But overall, it's still Spa-Francorchamps, and I'm sure there are many of you watching who were watching the 1998 F1 season. I personally wasn't alive yet, so I'm sorry if that makes you feel a little bit up there in age, but still very cool nonetheless to experience it here in Assetto Corsa, and definitely a Spa that is very unique, I think, because we have, you know, a lot of very classic Spas, and then obviously the current Spa, so something in this kind of, you know, late 80s, 90s era is very cool to have here in Assetto Corsa. You can find this one down in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we have the Ferrari 355 Challenge. This original car is made by Velo, but down in the link in the description below, you will see a complete texture update for this car made by Climax F1 over on Race Department, and the link to the car is in his download, so if you don't already have this, then you'll be able to get both there. This just brings it up to a very nice modern day look, especially with its interior textures. You got 376 brake horsepower, 362 Newton meters of torque. It weighs 1,280 kilograms. This is a Ferrari Challenge car from the mid-90s. We've had quite a few iterations of them, of course, in real life over the years, and also here in Assetto Corsa that we've covered even relatively recently. But overall, it is a very cool looking car, I'd say. Very much a wedge from the mid-90s, and very fun to take around the track as well. You can find this down in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we have the Kleine Nordschleife. This is, of course, a fictional kind of like alternate history. What if the Nürburgring looked like this in real life? It's a lot shorter than the full combined layout, coming in at just 7.1 kilometers long. This has once again been converted over by Shin from Grand Prix 4, and this is a very interesting track. Again, it's kind of like an alternate take of the Nordschleife. It's a little bit more of like a simplified layout. I definitely think this one is a little, you know, not as cool as the modern day Nordschleife, but it's a lot wider as well. So it definitely feels more of like a proper circuit you'd find somewhere today. But still very, very interesting to take a lap on. It definitely feels weird for your first couple laps because you'll recognize some of the corners like the carousel and the flue-plats and things like that, but it's all just a little bit different. So it's a very, very interesting kind of thing to get your head around, especially if you've done quite a few laps of the real-life Nordschleife. But a very cool track. I highly recommend you try it out. You can find it down in the link in the description below. And the final mod on today's list is the 2005 Ford GT. This is made by VR Driving over on his Patreon. And it is the 2005 Ford GT, a car that I think you either really like or you think just, I don't know, maybe missed the mark for you a little bit. But I personally really like the look of this thing. Of course, harkening back to the GT40, the legendary Le Mans winning Ford. But this thing has 550 brake horsepower, 683 Newton meters of torque. It weighs 1,520 kilograms. And it is very high quality. The interior is not definitely the highest up there, but it still looks very nice, and the exterior model looks great as well. So especially if you're trying to take some screenshots, this is definitely going to be a very cool car to check out. Of course, it's got a 5.4 liter V8 engine under the hood, and it is a very, very nice sounding. VR Driving did a very good job with the sounds, in my opinion, and I highly recommend you check this one out. You can find it down in the link in the description below. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you did enjoy this video, a like and a sub would mean a lot. Once again, be sure to check out my second channel, JC Racing. It'll be the top link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.